answer is very clear. Everybody knows that gossiping and backbiting about a child is haram, let alone gossiping and backbiting about an imam or a sheikh who is supposed to be the person you're supporting because of your deen. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam used to get hurt by people's words, and they used to say he is doing this or doing that, and he used to say لَقَدْ أُوذِيَ مُوسَى بِأَكْثَرِ مِنْ ذَلِكَ فَصَبَرْ. Musa was harmed more than that, and he was patient. Wallahi, I feel sorry for these brothers and sisters who say this about the imams and sheikhs. What are they calling them hypocrites because of? What are they slandering them because of? Because of an ideology which they believe? If they're fighting for freedom, then what freedom are they given to the imams and sheikhs to speak out of knowledge when they are talking out of lack of knowledge? Sheikh Abu Hamza, look, have you ever heard of something called the hierarchy of scientific evidence? A lot of people don't know this unless they go and study science or something like that. This is worldwide known. I used to hope that the Muslims would have, made this pyramid. However, Muslims are part of it, and fiqh is based on it too in Islam. The least evidence that people, that is accepted, least evidence, right at the bottom of the pyramid is called expert opinion. Even in science, something called in vitro trials, which means trying medicine or trials of medication inside of a test tube outside of a human being or on animals. These are actually right at the bottom of a pyramid. Majority of people right now are going on the internet and they're getting information from people they don't know. They have no idea where they came from all around the world. And they're choosing to believe certain things and saying these are facts to us. Okay, it's all right. You can watch whatever you want and believe whatever you want. But to take that belief, which you are not absolutely sure of its source or if it's absolutely right or not, but just based on speculation, what someone else told you that could be manipulating you, and then to go and slander an imam and a sheikh, says a lot about you as a person who, inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide you and clean your heart. This is what the Prophet ﷺ said exactly in that hadith. Towards the end of time, there will be ruwaybidah. The ones who will speak for the affairs of the public will be people who are sufaha. Sufaha means they like to incite hatred, enmity, fights, problem, harm. They use foul language. They use hurtful language. They shout. They yell. They take the scene. And they're not given responsibility of position or authority or leadership, and they don't have the qualification. How can I take my view and then believe that view and call it a fact by myself, and just because you oppose me or you don't agree with me, I call you all these names? Rasulullah ﷺ spoke with Walid ibn al-Mughira, who was one of the biggest leaders of Quraysh and who was fighting against the Prophet ﷺ and one of the greatest poet. He sat down in front of the Kaaba and saying to him, Ya Muhammad, you have done this and you have done that and you've separated us and you're a hypocrite and you've caused hypocrisy and you've caused blood and you are everything under the sun. Rasulullah ﷺ sat listening to him maybe for an hour. In the end he said, are you finished? He said yes. And then he recited a verse upon him. He said, please stop. The verse was too heavy for him. The point is, Rasulullah ﷺ listened, but just because the guy is talking absolute nonsense, did he call him any names? Did he ridicule him? Did he put him down? This is what he believes. But to come and incite and to move, these brothers, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide them. Allah says, قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. Give us your clear, undebatable, undisputed truth. For example, in science, scientists, as a scientist, well, kind of a scientist, I studied a few years in biomedical science, as I said, and also in epidemiology. Something about it, Sheikh,